Good evening. I'm just gonna do a little chill stream today. Not really up to much. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for decoration in here. Maybe some chairs or something. I'm not sure yet. I've mostly finished my bar. To go put away the stuff I was using. Pick up my aged copper. I know I had some more of that around here somewhere. Oh, hi, Nix. That was fast. Hi. Yes, headbutting my headphones is a great way to get attention. Right chest. As every good stream starts, me just emptying my inventory because I carry around too many items all the time. That's not where the glass goes, damn it. So, I'm trying to think about the best way to get villagers up there into the top part of my bar. Jebby. I also need to heal up my pickaxe. I am so goddamn tired of my fucking animals sometimes. Goddamn. Why the fuck is my favorite thing? Why the fuck is their favorite thing? Just unplugging all my fucking shit. Yeah. There we go, we're reconnected. Where is my cell phone? Leave me alone, animals. shit, 2 of you followed me. Fuck yeah. 32 followers. Wow. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Stash it up here. See, did I end up getting an unbreaking book? So, would the most efficient method be boats? I don't think it would be. Maybe try transporting them through the nether. Could be cool. Oh, hello, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know. I don't know if minecarts would be more effective at transporting villagers. Can you get them to ride horses? I don't think you can. Now you can't put them on leads anymore. I need to do something about this mess. I put the trees like way too close together, so now they won't all grow. Oh yeah, right, I'm aging copper. I don't want to just jump down there right now. Oh boy. Fucking YOLO it up, I guess. Let's go! Fuck yeah, dude. Okay. Alright, okay, alright. So, I'm thinking, because I got more boats in here. I'm thinking I put some villagers in boats. And I drag them here. For profit. Because I need books. I've already set up a little trading hall over my bar, so that part's done. I just have to actually get the villagers there, which is like the more annoying part to me. Let me see here. Maybe build a land bridge? Oh, hey, you're one of the ones I want to steal. Get in the boat. Get in the boat, bastard. Yeah, perfect, okay. Alright, anyway. So now I have this motherfucker in boat. And, guess we're going. I am at the very least just going to put him closer to my base. Oh, this is slow going, huh? Not really any way around it. I'm listening to Coconut Mall right now. That's incredibly fitting. Aw, yeah, Pog. Water, let's go. Well, that speeds everything up a little bit. Okay, I live kind of around here. Pretty much just straight back from here. Cool, I'm just gonna leave him here. Don't despawn, motherfucker. I'm stealing your friends, too. Chad, I don't think you need me to tell you this, but kidnapping is wrong and illegal. Don't do it. Unless it's in Minecraft, in which case, if it brings you profit, fucking go off. Who am I to stop you? Alright, let's grab first. Or at least some of them. Buddy. Perfect. Alright, you're coming with me. I'd be much more worried about the villagers if I wasn't playing in peaceful. I would be much more cautious with them. But I'm playing in peaceful, so I don't have to care as much. Alright, let's do this. So how was you guys' day today? I had a good day. I went to go see a movie with my husband. And during the morning, we played Sackboy: A Big Adventure. That one's a fun game. We will not be streaming it together. We are incredibly toxic and rude to each other. But it's all in good fun, so it's cool. That door looks really textured in my hand. I love it. Two of the bitches. Cool. There's probably a faster way to do this, but I don't care to find it. So 1, 2, 3 adult villagers. I'll need to craft another boat then, I think. Should I steal their boats? This feels rude. There's another baby. Chad, am I above stealing children? In Minecraft, I have to reiterate, in Minecraft. We are not talking about real life human children. Get in the boat, get in the boat, get in the boat. Damn you! Where did he go? There he is. Hey, no! Get in the boat. In the boat. Get in the boat. You have to get in that boat eventually. There's fucking people out there, I guess. Oh, there's another child. Ha. Idiot. Okay, I gotta craft them some more fucking shovels. Goddamn, there's more villagers here than I thought. Yeah, okay, dude, go off. No. No, you don't. Treat. Fucking no-clip into this fucking field. Damn, okay. this is fun. Oh, I don't have any fish. Shoot. Come back here, sir. Oh, kitty. I think I have everyone that isn't a child in boats. So that just leaves the child. Because the other children, like, grew up, so there we go. Okay, I think I got everybody now. Cool. Alright. Well, we're gonna start with homeboy here. I've been streaming for 20 minutes and I haven't done anything except put these bitches in boats. I am a good streamer. I make good content. I am definitely not boring. This is nice. Oh, whoa, okay. No.
Huh?
Let me back in that boat, we're going. Holy shit. Okay. Holy fuck, alright, we got him. We got one. We got one up here. Pog. That one is so close to my fucking base, holy shit. I'll be able to make a river and just dump them directly into my ravine, this is great. I am a smart gamer and a very good streamer. See, if you say things enough, chat, eventually it'll become true. You can't just become an interesting, likable person overnight, unfortunately. God, I wish. This is great. I'm a genius, chat. I'm a genius. I'm a goddamn genius. I have so many brain cells. See, my base is literally right over here. So I just have to figure it out from there, but that's okay. Y'all wanna fucking listen to something with me? I don't have brain cells, and I'm not good at talking. Chat, I have an idea. I have an idea, chat. These are terrifying words coming from me, but I have an idea. So many brain cells right now, you don't even know. That was not part of my plan, but we're gonna get some dirt. Mostly just have to get them up here, right? Okay. gonna try this.
Ah.
Oh shit, I didn't think this part through. This will only work for this one. That's okay though. No, get in the boat. Let's go. Ascent. Yes, damn it. Okay, you. Get back in your fucking boat. It didn't work. I gotta go around the long way. We're gonna find some nice audio to listen to. Goddamn. Okay. Oh, Jesus, my legs are asleep. Of course they are. Oh, hi, Jebby, hi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I just scoot around and wake you up, little lady. I'm a monster, everyone. I woke up my Buffy. I woke up my little lady. Let's fucking listen to some dark somnium.
I think I'm crazy. I know it seems like I promise you I'm not. Hands on my heart. Ron said, following emotion. I do solemnly swear to not see you as crazier than you already are. We all laughed at that. All right, guys, I said, standing up. I'll tell you. They seemed to come to terms with the truth about Michael rather well. Ron more so than Patricia. I think part of this was the fact that they had seen just how unusual my ability to seemingly read people firsthand was.
So you're saying that your friend is able to see and read people's minds, and only you can see him?
Yeah.
So, is he really imaginary? I mean, if he can actually do things, then he has to be real somehow.
I don't really know how the rules work, I admitted. He says that I'm the one who created him out of all my imagination, so I guess calling him an imaginary friend is the best current description for him.
Is he here right now?
Patricia asked. Yes, I replied, looking past her towards where Michael was standing over us.
Alright, tell him to follow me in the closet, and then tell you how many fingers I'm holding up.
Okay, I laughed. I thought you were going to come up with a harder test.
Just do it, dork.
She said, stepping in my closet. As she closed the door, Michael nodded his head and walked through the closet. He then reappeared, holding up 3 wooden fingers. 3! No freaking way! Ron shouted, jumping to his feet. Dude, do you know what this means? You've got a freaking invisible sidekick that can read people. Hello. Before we begin, I would like to
on the
thank
left
the
right
guest
game. I like
narrators,
that one.
Edith Planetier, Fear Call, and Dark Forest Creature for helping me out with this story. Also, I would like to thank the author, Neon Tempo. You guys should definitely check out more of their work. And also, for those of you who don't know, I write all of the music in these videos. So, if throughout the story you hear a song that you like, you can most likely find it somewhere on my channel. With that said, enjoy the video. A few points before we start.
This one's a long one, though.
Firstly, I'm not the protagonist of this story. I just went to university with her. And though she went on to become a professional writer, I most certainly did not. She'll be taking over from me later on. But until then, please forgive my slightly awkward delivery while I give you guys the necessary context. Secondly, I don't know what you'll make of the following events, and I'm sure many of you might consider it all as some sort of hoax. I wasn't present for any of what transpired in Phoenix, Arizona, but I can vouch for the person who wrote the following logs. She is not, and has never been a fantasist. Okay, so I once knew a girl called Alice Sharma. She was an undergrad at Edinburgh University at the same time I was. My educational poison was history, a degree which has greatly benefited my career as a bicycle repairman. Alice Sharma studied journalism, though perhaps studied isn't the word. It's not an exaggeration to say that she lived and breathed the subject. Editor-in-chief of the campus paper, recognizable voice of the student radio. She was frustratingly tunnel-visioned, and she was a journalist in her own right before anyone gave her a professional shot. We met in student halls and became friends almost immediately. A meandering waster trying to stay off of his parents' farm and an intrepid, ambitious reporter may not seem like the most obvious pairing, but I learned not to question it. She was inspiring and smart, and she proofread all of my essays. I'm not too sure what she saw in me. We were eventually flatmates down in London, where she chased her dreams and I chased my tail. She got a few jobs here and there, but nothing befitting of her skills. After months of fruitless internships and rejections, Alice called a flat meeting, telling us that she was moving to America, accepting a position chasing stories for National Public Radio. The job had come out of the blue, the result of a Hail Mary application she thought had been dismissed out of hand. We threw her a bittersweet going-away party and put the room up for rent. That party was the last time I saw Alice Sharma. She dropped out of contact a few months after her departure. Complete radio silence. I assumed that she was just busy, so I carried on with my small but happy life, and waited for her to pop up on television with some important words below her name. Chief correspondent, senior analyst, something like that. The radio silence was broken last week, and for reasons you'll learn later on, I'm less happy about it than I would have thought. Arriving home from work, I found a lone email in my otherwise bare inbox. An email that would later be described as suspicious by my tech-literate friends. Despite being born in the early 90s, I didn't own a computer until university, and I've missed several important lessons in the world of cyberspace. Lessons like, don't call it cyberspace, of course, and more importantly, don't open emails with no text, no description, and no sender's address. I realize most of you would have deleted this anonymous blank email immediately. But beyond my basic ignorance about internet safety, something further compelled me to open it. The only thing of substance in the entire message was a zipped folder labeled left.right.as. I don't have to explain what I was hoping those final initials stood for. Opening the zipped folder, I found myself staring at a stack of text files, each one titled with the date, continuing sequentially from the very earliest file of 07/02/2017. I've since read the files a few times and shown them to some friends. They don't know what to make of them either, but they certainly aren't as concerned as me. They think Alice is just in a creative writing phase, and if I didn't know her, I'd have to agree. But the thing is, I do know her. Alice Sharma only cares about the truth, and if that's the case with these files, insane as it may sound, then it's very possible my friend has documented her own disappearance. The people who suggested this forum said you could discuss strange occurrences. If you guys have come across anything to do with what I'm about to tell you, or know any of the people involved, then please send any information my way. Has anyone here heard of the left-right game? Left-right game, draft 07/02/2017.
Again?
They say good stories happen to those who can tell them. Robert J. Gothard is an exception to that rule. As I sit at his table, sip his coffee, and listen to him recount the past 65 years, it sounds like he's reading off a shopping list. Every event, his first job, his second wedding, his third divorce, none of it receives more than 1 or 2 sentences. Rob plows through the years, the curt, dispassionate curator of his own personal history. Yet the story itself is so fascinating. so rich with moments and so wildly meandering that it
Lots
somehow
of
stands on its own merits.
difficulties this evening, I suppose.
By the time Rob was 21, he'd gotten married, had a son, and worked as a farmer, a mover, a boat engineer, and grown estranged from his spouse. Here's him talking about that.
Of course, my wife started to get dissatisfied. I was away a while.
For work?
Vietnam.
You were in Vietnam. How was that for you?
Ain't never been back since.
That was everything he had to say concerning his first divorce in the entire Vietnam War. Rob had 4 marriages after that, and even more professions. After the war, he worked with a firm of private detectives, got shot at once by the mob, and then he became a curator, which is how a poor man from Alabama got to see the world.
I've been to most of the continents with that job. I've been to India. You from India?
My mom and dad are from India, yeah.
See? I could tell.
He was arrested once in Singapore after one of his packages had been found to be full of white powder. He spent 3 days locked up before someone got around to checking the substance. It was chalk. A friend he made during his brief custody, Hiroji Sato, invited Rob to stay with him in Japan. Just getting over the breakup of his 3rd marriage, Rob took the offer. He stayed in Japan for another 5 years.
There we go.
The Japanese are good people. Good manners. But they got all these urban legends and ghost stories that Hiroji was crazy for. Spent all his free time chasing him down. Like, you heard of Joro Gumo?
I don't think so.
Well, she's this spider lady, lives in the Joro Falls around Izu. Meant to be real pretty, but real dangerous. Hiroji took us out there to get a picture of her.
Did you ever meet Joro Gumo?
Nah, she didn't show. None of them did. I didn't believe it at all until we went to Aokigahara.
Aokigahara, effectively titled the Suicide Forest, the next stop on Rob's adventure. It's an area of woodland at the base of Mount Fuji, a notorious hotspot for young people looking to take their own lives. Hiroji, Rob's ghost-obsessed jailmate turned best friend, took him to Aokigahara to chase Yoro, the ghosts of the forest.
Well, I ain't gonna ask you to believe me, but I was a PI, professional cynic. Even I can't deny there was a spirit in those woods.
From that moment on, Rob's sentences start getting longer. A childlike excitement creeps into his face. I get the distinct feeling we're moving beyond the background, beyond Rob Guthrick's old life, and towards his new one. The one he wants to talk about, the one that led him to contact the show.
It walked up to me through the trees. Looked like static you see on a TV screen, but it had a human shape almost.
Almost?
It was missing an arm. It reached out to me, but I bolted out of that forest so fast. Hiroji never saw it. Holds it against me to this day.
Hiroji had good reason to be annoyed. Rob says Mr. Sato had been going to the forest 2 or 3 times per year for 3 decades. To have a rookie come along and claim to have seen a Yori in this first trip, I'd be more than a little cranky. But Rob didn't stay a rookie for long. In fact, it was in those woods that he discovered his current passion. Or more accurately, the documentation and investigation of urban legends. Legends like Bloody Mary, the Jersey Devil, Sasquatch. Rob has looked into them all.
I figured if one was true, then who knows how many others could be.
How many have you proven so far?
Since Aokigahara, ain't none of them had any proof to him. Except for one. That's why I called you guys up.
At this point, Rob can't hope to suppress a smile. The left-right game appeared on a paranormal message board in June 2016. Only a few people frequently visited the forums, and of these regulars, only Rob took an interest in the post.
The whole thing had a level of detail you don't see in other stories.
What details grabbed your interest?
Logs, high-quality pictures. The guy documented everything. Said he wasn't going to play the game anymore. I think he wanted somebody to keep investigating.
And you were that somebody?
That's right. I set about trying to verify his information right away.
And how did it go?
Well, it didn't take long to realize the left-right game is the real thing.
Alright, let's see.
The rules of the left-right game are
Let's
simple.
see if this works.
Get in your car, take a drive, take a left, then the next possible road on the right, then the next possible left.
Yeah,
Repeat the
boy,
process
okay.
ad infinitum until you wind up somewhere new. The rules are easy to understand, but
Alright, okay,
Rob
that
says
worked.
they're not so easy to follow.
There ain't all that many roads where you can turn left and right and keep going. Most of the time you find yourself at a dead end or needing to turn in the wrong direction. Phoenix is built on a grid system, so you can keep going left and right as long as you need to.
Did you move to Phoenix for the left-right game?
That's right.
I try not to seem incredulous. Selling your house in another state, packing up and moving your whole life to Phoenix, Arizona just to play a game you saw on the internet? Seems like insanity. Rob smiles at me as he reads my expression.
Sorry.
I can clearly read his expression too. You'll see. It says,
villagers is a fucking
just
pain,
wait.
man. God damn,
I wouldn't have to wait long.
Stop
Included
dying.
within the 9-page submission Rob sent our show was a long list of suggested items the chosen reporter should bring with them. Clothes for 3 days, a pocket knife, matches, bandages. There were also a set of qualifications the reporter should have. The ability to drive, basic vehicle maintenance, and its human equivalent, first aid training. He didn't just want to talk about the left-right game. He wanted to take one of us along. Rob leaves a short while later to embark on a few errands, prepping the run, as he calls it. He shows me to the guest room, and we part ways, on good terms, but very much aware of the other's poorly veiled opinions. He knew I saw him as a charming obsessive, chasing after a fantasy tale. He saw me as a naive cynic, on the cusp of a new world. All I could think of as I heard the front door close is that tomorrow afternoon, one of us would be right. More after this. When I wake up the next morning, Rob is in my room, holding a tray which he'd knocked on the bottom of to rouse me. I don't manage to record the first part of our conversation.
I got bananas, strawberries, chocolate syrup. We got some more downstairs, but I wanted you to wake up to something good. We won't be eating this stuff on the road.
Rob has made waffles. He sets them down on the nightstand and talks through the coming day as I eat. I'll admit, it feels a little uncomfortable, waking up in a stranger's home to find said stranger already standing over me, but I quickly move past it. I tell myself that he is an older man, accustomed to living alone in his own house, not usually having to think about boundaries. Anyways, he certainly knows his way around a waffle iron.
We hit the road at 9. I wanted to give you time to get ready before everyone shows up.
Are there more people coming?
We got a 5-car convoy on the road today. They'll be here in an hour.
This is the first I've heard of a convoy, and to be honest, I'm surprised. The game is Rob's obsession, and I'm here at his request. The idea that anyone else would have an interest in today's drive is a little perplexing. Half an hour later, sated, showered, and dressed in the functional clothing Rob had so painstakingly outlined, I take my pack out to the porch. Rob's already there, waiting for his associates to show up. I thought you'd be conducting a few more errands.
If you ain't prepared by the morning of, you ain't prepared.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Oh, Rob, is the garage locked? The inside door won't budge, and I wanted to mic up the car.
Oh, yeah, it's locked up. I'll open it for you.
Thank you.
Oh, in fact, it's about time I wheeled her out. Oh, fair warning, Miss Sharma. She's a thing of beauty.
To Rob Guthard, beauty took the form of a dark green Jeep Wrangler. Rob climbs in and lets it roll out of the garage, where it dominates every inch of the driveway. The car is large, 4 doors with a roof enclosing the entire compartment. It also has been modified extensively. Yet another example of Rob's dedication to the game.
What are you thinking?
I think you're 2 caterpillar treads short of driving a tank.
Yeah, I fixed her up good. I put the winch in, heavy-duty tires. The light rig on top is LEDs. They'll make midnight look like noon, but they don't use hardly any power.
Aren't Jeeps open top usually?
Oh, not all. This is the Unlimited. I like to have a covered car when I head on the road.
I climb in the back, stow my pack. Rob has removed the back seats to afford more storage space. The place is packed to the brim. Jerry cans of gasoline, barrels of water, rope, snacks, and his own neatly packed set of clothes. I wonder if the rest of our convoy would take the game so seriously.
We got Apollo coming up in 10 minutes. No one else has given me a time. I sent the schedule weeks ago. And this always happens.
His name's Apollo?
That's his call sign. Apollo Creed, I think he said.
Why are you using call signs?
Did I not tell you? Oh yeah, we're gonna use call signs on the road. Keep communication clear.
What's your call sign?
Ferryman.
What's my call sign?
I thought about it. I was thinking London. You're from London, right?
I'm from Bristol.
Bristol. That's fine, I guess.
It's less than 10 minutes before Apollo turns the corner. Bob jumps out of his chair and paces briskly to the edge of his property as his first guest pulls up and steps onto the sidewalk.
This'll do nice.
Apollo vaguely resembles his namesake. Dark-skinned, tall, and noticeably well-built, though it's clear he couldn't be less of a fighter. This Apollo Creed is all smiles and seems to have a penchant for laughing at his own jokes. How far have you come?
I've come out of Chicago. Took 3 days hard driving.
And you know Rob from the forums?
Everybody knows Rob. Rob's the god.
Rob walks over to Apollo's car, gesturing him over to talk shop. Rob's clearly impressed with Apollo's choice of vehicle. A blue Range Rover packed to the ceiling with kit. I was more impressed with Rob himself. Somehow, this 65-year-old farmer's son has become respected in a vast online community. My dad is Rob's age. He just discovered copy and paste. The rest don't take long to arrive. 2 Minnesotan librarians, also around Rob's age, pull up in a gray Ford Focus. They're brother and sister, and they've shared ghost hunting as a hobby their entire lives. I find it hard to suppress a smile when they meekly introduce themselves as Bonnie and Clyde. We would have gotten here sooner. We had to drop to get some blankets. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Pleasure to meet you, too. Would you be the journalist? That's right. You used to write for the town paper, didn't you? He's talking to his sister there, and she nods. Clyde is clearly the spokesperson for the pair, yet they both seem incredibly shy.
Oh!
Whether they admire the famous outlaws or just the name,
it looks like I stole a
it's
horse.
pretty clear that they couldn't be more different from the real thing. Next to show up are Lilith and Eve, English lit students at New York University and proprietors of the YouTube channel Paranormicon. Unlike Bonnie and Clyde, Lilith and Eve have no issue holding a conversation. As soon as they learn who I am and what I do for a living, they attempt to conscript me for an expedition to Roswell.
We have a friend there. He's been reading some... He's a seismologist. Yeah, and he's been recording readings over the years that show subterranean movement, predictable movement. We're going to see him in July, but we could work it around you if you're free.
Yeah, I'll have to check my schedule.
Okay, cool. Let me give you my email.
They quickly hurry off to film an intro for their latest video, featuring a quick interview with Rob, who seems to be pretty welcoming of the attention. The last 2 cars arrive within a few seconds of each other. A Lilith, a strong-willed older lady who goes by Blue Jay, and a younger man, going by the call sign Ace.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Blue Jay has arrived in a gray Ford Explorer.
Let's get her up.
Ace, much to Rob's annoyance, has arrived in a Porsche.
Did you think that's gonna help on the road? I didn't write that.
It's my car? What am I meant to do? It's my car.
You didn't read my itinerary. You get nothing packed in there.
I did read it. Okay, sir, just calm down. I have a bag. I won't ask you for anything.
Well, I know that's true.
Ace and Rob were off to a bad start. Ace takes a phone call, and despite my best effort to get an interview with Blue Jay, she doesn't seem interested in talking to a journalist. With 5 cars and 7 travelers waiting for the green light, Rob hands out radios and charging packs, then launches into a quick safety briefing. Wear seatbelts, stay in position, communicate clearly and often. It's at this moment I start to feel a little dismay. I like Rob, and clearly so does everyone else. He'd convince them all to drive across the country to join him in this game. I start to worry what will happen in the likely event that this whole thing isn't real. Would Rob lose the respect of his peers? Would he accept failure when it comes? After seeing the effort he put into these runs, the next few hours have the potential to be wildly uncomfortable. With a smile and a few encouraging words, Rob ends his briefing and beckons me over to the Wrangler. I clamber inside and make myself as comfortable as possible.
You ready for this, Bristol?
I'm ready.
Okay then, let's hit the road.
The Wrangler pulls out of the driveway, and the convoy follows in order of arrival. Apollo, Bonnie and Clyde, Lilith and Eve. Blue Jay and Ace keep a steady pace behind us as we come up to the first corner. Rob slowly and deliberately turns left, checking on the others in the rearview mirror. He looks back to the right as Ace's Porsche completes the first turn of the game. Shortly afterwards, Apollo checks in on the CB radio.
This is Apollo for Fairyland. How many more to go, Rob?
As many as it takes.
I can tell Rob wanted to reserve the radio for something other than Apollo's quips. But he seems to like Apollo enough to let it slide. I'm not sure Ace would have received the same treatment. We take the next right, and then another left. Now safely assured that everyone's following correctly, Rob speaks his thoughts aloud.
You're wondering the same thing Apollo is.
What do you mean?
You're wondering how many turns we're going to take before we hit some wall or something. Before you find out this is all just a story.
Does that disappoint you?
Oh,
I'd be
There it
disappointed if
goes.
you weren't thinking something like that. But now we're on the road. I gotta say something and you gotta listen to it.
Okay.
We're coming up to a tunnel soon. Anytime before we reach it, you can get out. Walk in any direction you like, and you won't be in the game no more. Once we go through, you gotta retrace the route we took to get yourself back out that tunnel. That's when you're home.
let's just pick
And you
these
gotta
up.
convince someone to take you back in a car, cause I ain't ferrying you back 20 minutes in. You got till the tunnel to skip out on this. Understand?
I understand, though I have to say I'm getting a little nervous.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little nervous.
We've taken 23 turns by this point. Already, I feel like we're traversing the city pretty effectively. Rob's heavily modified Wrangler solicits a few impressed glances from passerbys, as well as several honks of respect from other Jeep drivers. Other than those few moments, everything seemed completely indistinguishable from a regular morning drive. I even start to worry if there'll be anything at all for this story. Reporter takes drive with interesting man. Isn't exactly Pulitzer-worthy. Turn 33 leads us onto a short, unassuming street. A row of small businesses in a quiet Phoenician neighborhood. Liquor, secondhand clothing, tools, and, at the end of the street, a little shop selling antique mirrors. 10 or so people shuffle along the sidewalk, smiling, talking,
Here we
planning
go.
their weekends. The only lone person
Let's
is a
get
young
some bad
woman in a
boys.
gray coat. I briefly glimpse her at the end of the street, standing on the next corner. The back of her coat reflected in 50 old mirrors. Even from a distance, I can see that she's sullen, wide-eyed, and nervous. She shifts constantly on her feet, tugging at the button of her coat. I look away to write some notes as we roll down the street. When I look up again, the woman is standing by my window, staring right at me. A wide, unfaltering grin that seems almost
I just kinda have
offensive
to
in its
clean up a
complete
little bit up here,
insincerity.
'cause that's not gonna cut it.
Lambs at the gate, hoping for something better than clover. And all they find
Are things worse than slaughter?
Rob, what's happening?
Ignore her.
He wanted to leave me, so I cut him out. The lake was hungry. It drank the wound clean.
Miss, are you alright? The smile vanishes. It snaps from her face, and suddenly the woman is furious.
What do you think you're doing? Have you gone
I
mad?
reflexively press myself back in my chair as the woman, wild-eyed and grunt, slams her fists against my window with every intent of breaking through.
Would you dance down the lion's tongue? It will shred you, you whore. It will shred you down to your sins, you fucking bastard.
Damn, okay, woman. What the fuck?
Rob puts his foot down, and the Wrangler rolls defiantly away from the woman. As we turn the corner, I watch her as she retches, her every movement cradled in abject hysterity. She yells despairingly at the rest of the convoy, bursting into tears when the last car passes by her. As she shrinks into the rearview mirror, I see her turn to a large mirror on the side of the shop, which the owner is in the process of polishing. I watch as she walks up to it, and
Alright,
with
we'll see
a
what this does
convulsant scream, slams her head into the glass. The mirror cracks around her forehead, and her jumps back in shock as the woman pulls her head from the mirror's surface. The fractured spiderweb is dripping red. It all happens in a split second, and she quickly swerves from my view as we take the next left. Rob, what was that?
She's there sometimes.
On that
then.
street?
There we go.
On the 34th turn.
Who is she?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know.
alright.
She's never acted out that much before, though.
Why are you
I find
doing
Rob's lack of
that?
concern a little unpleasant. As I see it, there are a few explanations for what just
Say
happened,
that again.
and none of them lead to a comforting conclusion. If we had just encountered a bona fide crazy person, then one could argue that Rob is just seeing what he wants to see. Maybe he'd bought into the game's story so much that every strange but explainable occurrence would be rationalized as the next step in his favorite paranormal narrative. Alternatively, the woman could have been an actor. The more elaborate theory, sure, but not unheard of. People have lied to the show before, and Rob was receiving a ton of publicity for this attempt from Lilith, Eve, and I admit, Rob didn't seem like a liar. But good liars never do. There's a third alternative, however. An alternative which, if you put your logic aside, explains all the troubling little details that I couldn't help but notice. Because as strange as the gray woman wasn't it stranger that no one on the street would react? I couldn't recall a single glance in her direction by anybody on the sidewalk. Perhaps that theory falls apart when you consider the shock on the mirror seller's face, but when I think about it, he only reacted once the mirror shattered. And even then, I feel like his attention was on the mirror itself.
Lila to Bristol. Sarah, Eve got that on camera. Do you have audio?
I think it picked her up.
My God, that was so weird. Can you send us the file when we stop? Can you ask ferrymen when we're stopping?
When's our stopping point?
For them, in about 30 minutes. For you, well, you tell me.
Rob turns off a busy street just before a large intersection onto a much quieter stretch of two-lane road.
Okay.
Ahead of us, a road slopes downward, leading into an underpass which disappears into darkness.
We'll see how this
We'd arrived at the tunnel.
goes. Alright,
What is
farmer
this
man,
supposed to
let's
pass
do
under?
this.
Ain't supposed to pass under anything. It's just there.
And if we aren't playing the game?
Then it won't show. The question is, are you playing the game or not?
Rob turns to me. It's the first time he's taken his eyes off the road since we started.
Oh,
He pulls the car to a slow stop at the mouth of the tunnel.
You can get out now, you can go wherever you want to go. But through there, you'll need a car to get yourself home. And like I said, mine ain't turning around for a long time. You understand?
It's a dramatic statement, but unsettling. It doesn't feel like